That's T-Dub because he's
Okay.
back home now.
Okay. So the stream is
Sweet.
live.
We're live. All right, guys. Welcome to Locker Room Access halftime show. Sorry we could not do pregame. I got caught in traffic. Mark's coaching a game. Fresh is on some kind of a pub crawl in Virginia. We got our man Dave the Wave in to talk about it. Man, that was Dave asked me before we get on, why are you wearing that outfit? Why do you have the hat? Why are you a cowboy? I don't know. I just felt like I needed to do something, Dave. And you came up with it. You got to get your 6 shooters out. We got to shoot better. I'm going to roll with that. But, hey, man, that was like watching Hoosiers. I think we ran the picket fence twice in the first half. Really just a tough look from us on a number of levels. I don't know. I don't even know what to say. Like, I have friends that watch basketball, and I'm getting blown up as we speak. What the heck is going on? So, thoughts on the first half? I know what you're going to say, but let's go with it.
Yeah, I know. It looks like watching a fourth grade, not even the best fourth grade team out there, almost like a JV team on offense that just forgot how to shoot. I mean, I know a lot of guys. I was monitoring the forums, so forth, and I've seen a lot of comments the last few weeks about our mid-range. Everything's feels like a 12 to 20 footer. That's the only shot that we can get. And why not just take a couple of dribble pull-ups from McNeely, from 3 or something like that. I mean, there's a couple positives. I'll go glass half full first. How about that? That's
Okay,
not
like
my
that.
personality, but let's go there.
Okay.
Gertrude finally got in the game against the best team we've played all year. It feels like so far he's gotten thrown into the fire against the best teams, right? Like his very first game was Texas A&M. Then he had to play against that voracious press against Memphis. Did not do well. That was back when Memphis was playing, really, really, really well. Not so great anymore. But, the negative part is why not give him 10, 12 minutes against the Notre Dames and the Virginia Techs who aren't as athletic so he can showcase that. But he gets in against the top 7 team in the country, and he does things, again, that nobody on our roster can do. He skies for that rebound that he gets fouled on. He makes 2 free throws. Yes, he missed the last 2 free throws. That would have really helped, right? It would have got it down to 8. But he got a steal. He got fouled on probably 3 illegal screens, chasing Cormac Ryan. But at least he's efforting, and he got an offensive foul on Cormac Ryan because he's flying around those screens like only really Reese can do, right, on defense. So love the fact that he's getting in and getting a chance. He's making stuff happen. His 3-point shot that he missed looked pretty good, actually. It was just long. It was straight. So that's a plus for me. If McNeely is not going to let it fly, Groves has to figure out a way to get shot attempts. He just does. There was a couple times Tane actually had a crack, didn't even look at the rim because there was like 21 seconds left on the shot clock, right, or 18. It's almost like, and I'm going on and on, but it's almost like it feels like they are coached on the first catch around the first screen not to look at the rim because none of them do. None of them ever look at the first crack, and it feels like that's when they're the most wide open because the defense knows they don't have to guard them because they're not even going to look at it.
Yeah, let me take you back. So, Elijah missed some shots, right? Yep. He came in, and there are people that are going to point to his percentages, and he's not the answer. I disagree. I feel like he did more in his – how many minutes did he play? I don't have the minutes up. But
7 minutes, 0 for 3 from the field, 2 for 4 from the free throw line.
Yeah. So in his 7 minutes, I feel like he's done more than some of our other wings in the last 4 games.
Yeah. Like 3 rebounds in 7 minutes.
Yeah. There's something there. And it is curious that he seems to get put in to these situations against more athletic teams.
Right.
And not getting a chance against less athletic teams. But hey, at the end of the day, we're down 10. It's not insurmountable. I'm going to stick with your glass half full.
Yeah.
Okay. What do we need to do second half? IMAC, what they're doing with IMAC is they're basically doing the what I call the James Hollywood Robinson, which is just don't let him catch it. Like you're face guarding him.
Yep.
Um,
They're crowding him on the catch every time.
Yeah, and that's a hard thing to overcome. So people have to step up. What do you want to see in the second half?
Here's what I wish I could see would be IMAC not coming around the same direction every time off that screen. Why not fake coming around baseline side and come around top side sometimes? He's done it every now and then when they
He
overplay
has,
him.
yeah.
But I want to see that more where you watch Steph, like I'll just call IMAC and Steph the same player when they don't have the ball. Yes, different worlds apart as far as skill, but it's the
Right.
same principle. Steph knows how to navigate. Like, oh, they're going topside. I'm gonna go baseline and fade to the corner. Whatever it is. I wish it wasn't so robotic. So that's one thing. See if they can mix that up a little bit. But he and Groves combining for shots, they're over 6 between the two of them. So I don't think they need to hunt them off screens, like waiting for them to get open. I think Reese and Eli, if Eli starts or if he gets in really quickly, is just drive at their man and draw defense. And if they're not going to draw defense, they got to finish somehow. But hopefully, draw defense like he did on that dunk to Buchanan, and really just collapse the defense that way and just put stress on the defense. I don't think Reese can wait to watch us run screen in circles. He's just got to go. And if he doesn't go and we have these 28-second possessions again, I can't see RJ and Baycott going over again for a half. I mean, RJ was 0 for 6, Baycott in foul trouble.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe
here's the problem.
RJ down, but
Here's the problem for us. We're down 10 and Baycott has basically not played or
and
played
RJ
very
scoreless.
few. Yeah, scoreless. And how many minutes did he play? 7?
Oh, let me do split box here. RJ was scoreless. Let me see. Cormac Ryan had 16 minutes, 15 points. I mentioned this to you earlier. I was like, if Cormac Ryan was the same as Sahara as Rhodey, we'd be in the lead. But that's the deal, is their player has stepped up, right? And part of that
Ryan is hit. What is he? 5 for 5, right?
He's 5 for 9. He's 5 for 8 from 3.
5 for 8. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm getting like a slow feed here. He's 5 for 8 from 3.
But even his couple misses he had 2 other misses that were wide open. One went in and out. So I mean, he's just on fire.
Right. And he's made some tough shots. Like, I know someone on this earlier was saying like Elijah's to blame there. I disagree. He's made good shots. We have to face guard him.
I'll say this: the very first one, Elijah stayed too close to the dribbler and didn't get back out to him, and that was Elijah's fault. But he made 4 other threes. There was 2 other times where we closed out on a rotation to Cadeau at the 3-point line. I don't know why we're doing that when Cadeau's shooting like Rhodey is. He's like 15% from the 3-point line, and by closing out on him, we couldn't get the second rotation guy out to Ryan on that 3. That happened twice. I have no idea why we're closing out to Cadeau. Leave Cadeau open the whole game.
Let's talk about let me switch it up. Let's talk about the moving screen issue, which we've talked about kind of offline quite a bit. It seems like that's no longer even a call that refs look at. You were a former ref.
Yeah.
Like they're not call. I think every screen is now like what I would consider being a moving screen back when I played.
The very first screen that got Ryan open when Murray was guarding him was illegal. It bumped Murray out of bounds, and that was set by, I can't remember. It was either Washington or the power forward by Ingram. But that got him open for a 3. I'll just say this: I mentioned to you, I was watching like 3 other games earlier today, a bunch of games this week, and I was just watching those screens. I think I saw probably 25 illegal screens, and I don't mean like marginal, like easily illegal screens, and I think I saw 1 call. And I don't know if it's the officials just not watching and officiating off ball like they're supposed to, because 2 guys out of the 3 are supposed to be watching off ball, right? So that's, between the 2 of them, they're watching the other 8 guys. I don't know if they just don't know how to officiate that, or if they're just refusing to do it.
All right, so here's a pop quiz to a former ref. What is called less, the carry, which like is just gotten ridiculous, or the illegal screen? Like, it's pretty close.
It's a
tie.
I mean,
Yeah.
they're both bad. I mean, I would say I think most guards carry most possessions. So I would say a carry.
Yeah.
Like what officials are taught is that if they're not going anywhere with the ball, you don't call a carry. So no matter if
Okay.
he puts his hand under it while he's just kind of setting up a play and standing in place, they're instructed not to call that. But if he uses it to get past the defender, gain an advantage, that's when they're supposed to call it. That's kind of what they're taught
All right. Let's look
these
at the
days.
second half. All right. It's going to be, we're down 10. First 4 or 5 minutes, obviously important. What do we need to do to climb back into this? Do we push the pace? Do we just do we face guard Cormac Ryan and not let him catch it, aka the James Hollywood Robinson defense? Like, what do we need to do to slow them down? We have slowed them down, right? They have 26 points, but like, how do we win this game in the second half?
I think our defense has been good. It's been our offense, right, which has been the theme, especially the last 4 or 5 games. In the past, Tony has actually started guys who showed out in the first half that didn't start in the second half. He's done it with Groves. He's done it with Tane a couple times. If he's going to do that, I want to see Eli start, and I want to see Groves start. I would like to see Dunn out, or you probably can't put Minor out, but you just can't have Minor, Rhodey, and Dunn in at the same time. We have no offense, and the other team knows it. That says 3 guys because Minor's been exposed in this game with his lack of length. He's trying hard. He's efforting hard, but at 6'8" and not a great athlete, those taller guys for North Carolina are just swallowing him up inside.
Yeah.
So you got to have guys who can go get and create, and that's, I think, you got to have Groves as a kick out. Either Groves or Eli have to start. I'd like to see them both start. We'll see if that happens. I don't think you can play Rhodey anymore in this game. And Harris is just running around doing nothing. I mean, yeah, you can't play both of those.
I hear you. We need shooters. We need scorers in there. And Chris, my man Chris, is asking me to look at the tape. I will. Let me assure you, I'm trying to feed 3 kids, watch the game, and do the podcast. I will get to the tape. And it wouldn't surprise me if Eli's getting caught on screens. I will say I do like his activity, his energy, his athleticism. We'll see. We got to the bad news for us is Baycott has been ineffective. The good news for us is that IMAC has been ineffective for us. I'm willing to maybe say that IMAC's going to step up, hunt his shot. I'm sure he's getting a mouthful in the locker room. My guess is Tony and Jay Willie are riling them up, getting them ready to go. But we're about to tip here. I'm getting texts that we're about to go off. So, guys, join us post-game. We weren't here for pre-game. Halftime's always short. Come on post-game. We'll answer questions. I might have a priest outfit on or stay with the cowboy. But we're going to do something. Let's go, Hoos. Let's get this win. Dave, thanks for joining.
Go Hoos.